on the stretch run on the chase for $895, and he may be very well involved in it if it gets down to the end of the season. Our chat from earlier with Dylan Strome. Well, Dylan, thanks for joining us here as you guys come out of the break and getting ready for the stretch run here. But first of all, how much fun did you have on the break, and are you rested and ready to go here?
Yeah, it was awesome. The family and I went to Bahamas, stayed at a nice place, and got some sun and some much needed relaxation. Although with a 1 and a 3-year-old, there's only so much sun and relaxation. My relaxation was from like 7 till whenever I went to bed. So as soon as they went to bed, it was a little bit more relaxing for myself and my wife. So that was good.
So Dylan, I know there was a lot of disappointment when no players got selected for their national teams, but in retrospect, you guys all came back with smiles and tans. You're happy to be around each other again. Do you think maybe it was a good thing for this team? Yeah,
I think it's maybe a little bit of a blessing in disguise. I think I definitely think that some guys on our team were deserving of going. I think I don't know how anyone. Yeah, I don't. Well, maybe not me, but I don't know how anyone could argue that Tom Wilson wouldn't have been a nice X factor in that Canada-U.S. game. So we'll see what happens tonight. But I don't think. Well, it might have been tough for him to find a dance partner that night. But he's a heck of a hockey player, and I wish he was in that game. I watched it. I watched it start to finish, and how about that start?
I haven't seen anything like that in the NHL in, 10 years? Or maybe the last time you guys played the Rangers a few years ago?
During COVID, and the Ranger game was...
Ryan Strome took a fight in that one.
Yes, he did.
It's crazy that the two hockey games people remember in the last 10 years are just the ones that there's like 5 fights in. So maybe there's something to that.
Yeah, most definitely. How much, just maybe drilling down a little bit on that mental and physical relaxation of being able to step away so that when you come back to the game, I mean, there's the physical, you're going to heal, but just mentally to have that time. I know Spencer Carberry talking about that before. He's like he didn't want you guys even thinking about hockey. Just go away, do your thing, and come back ready to go. Yeah, I mean,
we've played, 55 games so far, so I think, you're pretty much playing every second night or every third night. Even our Christmas break, you only get 3 days. So it's not like you have a ton of time to, step away from the game and not think about it too much. It's funny that now that we step away from the game, there's like the coolest hockey tournament on of all time. So, no, but I mean, it was nice to watch and kind of just sit back as a fan. I know McMichael and I were on vacation together. We watched it in like the sports book that was at the hotel we were staying at, and just the passion that people felt. I don't even really care about hockey. That just I think when you get your country's logo on a jersey, it just means a little bit more, and it was cool to watch. But for the most part, and other than a few nights, it was nice to just get a break and relax, and like you said, not really think about hockey. Kind of just focus on being with your family and how much we travel. It's nice to be with them for a consistent amount of time, and just enjoying yourself and not worrying about too much.
So 16 goals to go for Alex Ovechkin. I went back and looked at his last 27 games last year. He scored 15 goals, so he's going to be right on it. I'm going to make it short and sweet. Is he going to break it this year, Dylan?
Being his center, I would like to say yes. That would be nice. No, I think it's going to be it's going to be right down to the wire. I was just kind of saying to someone, we were talking to the media in the room, and I was kind of just saying, it would be nice if we had like 80 games left and there wasn't a deadline on it. But I mean, maybe he has a flair for the dramatic, and he has a way of going about his business, and I know that anyone that's watched him for a long time knows they're not going to be shocked, if and when he does it this year.
You have been, for the most part, his centerman this season. Do you think about what that moment might be like?
Yeah, I definitely thought about it. I think just getting to witness it is going to be cool. Like, of course, you might think about it maybe a couple years down the road that who got the assist on the goal, but I feel like even just being on his team or being on the ice, of course. Who's going to get the puck right away? There's
I'm pretty sure Ovi's going to take that.
No, I know, but I'm sure he's going to be worried about celebrating. So, I mean, weird things can happen. Yeah. Yeah, I know. So there's so many things to think about, but, hopefully he goes on a nice little run here, and he can do it with 6, 7, 8 games left, so it's not right down to the wire. Because I've definitely thought about it's going to be weird. There's no way around it. You're going to break the all-time goals record, and I'm sure the goalie doesn't want to have it happen. But it's like if you get a 2-on-0 and there's he's got 1 goal left to break the record. The goalie might just stay on. He might just literally give you the open net and just stay on. So it's, and then you're going to be the guy that shot it. And what if he doesn't get it this year? You know what I mean?
What if it's an empty net?
I don't think he'll go out for the empty net.
I remember 802. Didn't he try to pass it to Kuzi?
Yeah.
Kuzi kept passing
Yeah.
it.
Kept giving it back to him.
Yeah, I don't think he'd go out. I don't think anyone. I'm not going to speak for him. But I'm sure everyone would like to see him break.
I'm
out
just
of the goalie.
picturing like over your fireplace one day, like he's lining up for the shot, and it's just a picture of you just like getting him the pass.
Yeah, I mean that's what I guess what some people would dream about as a kid. But no, it's there's lots of pictures. There's going to be a picture. I could tell my grandkids that this was the there wasn't a certain assist on a different goal that might have been the record breaker. So no, it's all good. I mean, I definitely thought about it. And I don't think you're human if you haven't thought about it.
So you're having a great season. A lot of your teammates are having a great season. The team in general is having a great season. What are some of the collective goals these last 27 games?
I think just kind of keep what we've been doing. Carbs has us pretty dialed into each team that we play on a nightly basis, so where we're really focused on that team and that one game, and you're not like thinking too far ahead or thinking about who you play next week or if you have a back-to-back, kind of just worrying about your next shift, who you're playing against. And so I feel like that's kind of our mindset. I definitely think it's not going to be as intense as there was last. Coming out of the break last year, where every game felt like there was a multiple games where we felt like if we lost the game, like we were done, and we would find a way to get a point or whatever, and be like, well, we might still be in it. And so I definitely think it's going to be a lot easier, mentally this year going into the last stretch. But at the same time, you definitely don't want to have a lull at this time of the year. Right. So knock on wood, we haven't had a big lull. We've kind of had a couple games where we've been a little slower, but I feel like for the most part we've been pretty consistent, and that's what we want the rest of the way.
Well, Dylan, get back at it with Pittsburgh, Edmonton coming up this weekend. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us up here. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks guys.
Man.